Okay, so third example, expressing 0.186 recurring as a fraction. We've just done example 2 and 1. 1 dot means times 10, 2 dots means times 100, so you can guess what this one's going to be. Now you can see there's not actually 3 dots there. You've only got the 1 dot above the 1 and the 1 dot above the 6. But it's just a lazy way of writing that this whole thing is recurring. 186 is recurring, so it'll be 186, 186, 186, 186. But just mathematicians just leave out the middle one. It's just a lazy thing. Okay, so we're going to be multiplying by 1,000. So again, in the corner, I'm going to write a note for myself that 3 dots. And you guys write this down as well into your books. It means multiply by 1,000. Okay, so let's do the same thing as we did on the other 2 examples. I'm going to leave enough room this time and spread it out a bit. And I'll show you why in a second. So x equals 186, 0.186, 186, 186, etc. Okay, so you can see it repeats. Don't forget that 8 repeats as well, even though it hasn't got a dot on. Okay, so this time I'm going to multiply it by 1,000. I'm going to write it above because we're going to be subtracting it in a second. If I multiply this by 1,000, it's going to move 3 places to the left. So a whole 186 is going to move to the left over here. 186 will move, and obviously all the other 186s will move as well. And they will appear like this. Again, perfectly lined up, and that is deliberate so that when we subtract, we'll get a nice whole number to make our fraction. So we're going to subtract now the 2 equations. 1,000x take away 1x, don't forget there's a 1x there, is invisible, isn't it, is 999x. And when we subtract these 2 numbers from each other, the same thing happens. These numbers are all the same. They're going to be 0 if you subtract them. So I'm just going to cross them out to make that point. And we've got to line up our decimal point here with the other 2. 6 take away nothing is 6. Obviously 186 take away nothing is 186. We've ended up with point with nothing on the end of it, so that's fine. Solve this little equation here by dividing both sides by 999 to get rid of what's stuck to x. We have to divide because touching means times. 186 then over 999. If we divide it, it ends up as over. And we don't need to do anything to this because it's our complete fraction. The question says express it as a fraction, and we've done it. And that's the end of that question.